on the problem, use original instructions. Think outside of the box. Phone system restore. Try with a new user profile. Disable all unnecessary startups. Try a different way to the end. Swap hardware. Brainstorm the problem.
Zvi Manor said hello, Doug in chat.
Brainstorm the problem. Brainstorm the problem.
Hello, Zvi Manor. 9 a.m. and 39 seconds. And October 10th, 2024, 10:10. Rin 10:10. Rin 10:10. Well, whatever. 5 minutes before showtime, I did a speed test. 1.27 megabits per second upload speed. Yikes. That was not going to be good. But then 2 minutes before showtime, I got a normal speed test. So here we go. It is Thursday. Let's go take care of opening show business.
Steve Mercury said, nice hiking video.
Thank you, Steve. That was an enjoyable hike. Live commentary will fix that so anybody can chat. And then come back into here. Channel comments. Windows 11 installation assistant. I don't know why I pronounced it that way. What kind of accent was that? Good grief. Pineapple Road. We're going to start with this one. Now, I'm going to go do an @ mention. At Pineapple Road. Show you how this is done. Put a couple spaces in there.
John Williams said, hello, Doug.
Hello, John. At PINE. So if you're doing this on for those of you who are content creators, when you start typing somebody's channel name with the @ symbol, they'll show up in this list as you're typing it. Apple. Still don't have the right one showing. ROAD. And now you might have multiples that use the same name. I came across that with Gary Weisenberg. There were several Gary Weisenbergers, and I didn't know what his profile icon was, so I wasn't able to tag him. But this one I know is Pineapple Road, so put him in there, and that becomes a mention to that person's channel. They'll show you where mentions are at. If you go to your comments on your channel and go to mentions, this will show any place that you've been mentioned on somebody else's videos. Then, do I have 2 spaces there? I do have 2 spaces there. So Pineapple Road, we'll get back to that. Go to comments, Pineapple Road, read more, zoom in a bit. And then I seem to remember I had problems with Windows 11 Installation Assistant before when trying to install 23H2 on a tablet that shipped with Windows 11. It was a Microsoft Surface Go 3 for those who were wondering, and I ended up using the ISO image method. Yesterday, I read Pineapple Road's reports about some peculiarities he had with the 24H2, and he was using the Installation Assistant and using the ISO image, and worked one place, didn't work in another. I'm not going to try to recite all that from memory because I won't be able to. Let's just agree on that. The reason why I have to use a hacky method to get 24H2 onto the ARM-based device is the Windows 11 Installation Assistant does not support ARM-based devices, even though there is an ARM64 version of Windows 11. So Windows 11 does directly support ARM64. That was a question I asked yesterday when reading Pineapple Road's comment. The laptop in question shipped with Windows 11 21H2. The media creation tool doesn't work either, and at present, Microsoft hasn't released ISOs for ARM64 devices. So that is his report, and I forgot to do one of my buttons. I'm still trying to get these new button schemes down. Okay, then I'm going to hit the new subject button because that's what I'm supposed to do now. This is CareyHolzman responded to yesterday's a report that the 8.63 gigabyte Windows Update cache about that issue. So let's go look at what he's got over here, and it's basically giving me a link. And that link is now in the description of this video. I only put it there a few minutes before showtime. So when you scroll down to the description under today's video, if you don't see the link here, then just refresh your browser and it will show up there. Now, if you refresh your browser, you're going to lose any of the chat messages that were appearing before showtime. Well, you know, I think you'll still see, I think you'll still see the ones that were recently before showtime. And that link takes us to an interesting explanation of this 24H2 where you cannot delete the Windows Update cache. You go into try to delete it and it won't delete. Well, there's a bit of exclamation here, explanation. They're telling the reasons. But the thing that I found most interesting was the last two paragraphs. So it's not a flaw. It's not a bug. It's not a glitch. It's not really a feature either. It's a side effect of a new feature. I think that's a fair way to describe it. This happens because components, well, let's do this one. Windows 11 24H2 ships with checkpoint updates feature. That's the feature. Checkpoint updates feature is a new thing, and it has this side effect. But this change has caused an issue where a large undeletable 8.63 gigabyte update cache appears. This happens because components from the current checkpoint update, like September's KB 5043080, are flagged as necessary for future updates. So Microsoft doesn't want us deleting that. So they cannot be removed during cleanup. So I'm calling this a side effect of this new feature. We do not recommend removing these components because they could break future Windows updates. It's also worth noting that the 8.63 gigabyte cache shown in the update cleanup doesn't look like it's actually consuming that full amount of space on your PC. Yeah, because it's probably only 8.625 gigabytes. I don't know where they come up with that, but I don't think we care. I don't care. It's likely less than 8.63 gigabytes, and the numbers you're seeing in disk cleanup are inflated. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Get over it. Okay. Right. Moving along. Amazon unboxing. Could it be a laptop? I think it might be a laptop. So here, Amazon unboxing. This guy right here came in yesterday. I think yesterday I told you that I ordered it. And I think I only ordered it the day before. Let's see how my unboxing camera's. This camera just does not focus very well. I have another exact same model camera over there that I call the keyboard cam on the other side of the desk, and it works much better. Yeah, there's my address blacked out. Well, that was not.
Frosty Winnipeg said Brad Pitt wants to know what's in the box.
That was never moistened at all. That is still sticky. I told you that I had never heard of this brand, and I ordered it because I have not been able to get I have not yet received the, what's that other brand? Ace Magic. I had ordered 4 Ace Magic laptops. So far, I've only received one of them. And they are available for sale again, as I showed yesterday. A little bit higher price, and I got a response from them when I asked, hey, when are you going to send me these that I ordered a month ago? And they gave me a delivery date late October, even though if you go order one right now, you'll get it within a couple days. Yeah, so that wasn't really very cool, but I'll accept it. Because those are not orders for currently waiting clients. Zen Arrow. I just can't get over how many crazy box designs they come up with. This, yeah, like what? Really? How weird is this? All right. And all right, that's the laptop. Put that off to the side. Some literature. So this would be more literature in here. This is kind of weird because I can't even see the screen right now to see what I'm broadcasting. And then that was just foam. And then this is gonna be the power supply. Safe bet. Okay, and we got a power brick that plugs straight into the wall or to the power strip. Surge protector. All right. I'm showing 0 drop frames. Now I can see OBS. Oh, that has a nice impression. It's kind of textured with lines going across horizontally. Okay. Well, looks like I've got autofocus on. Thought I had that turned off. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, turn that off. Now, I'm clicking on some things you're not seeing. So it'll stay focused at that level so it doesn't keep trying to change focus when I put my arms in here. These two things I had not seen before. I knew it was there because I saw it on the order screen. This button says AI, this button says Bing, and this button says Intel Unison. I don't know what that is. UNISON. And then this little square up here is a fingerprint sensor. Got a numeric keypad, normal keys across there. Okay, so let's get this thing started up and see how this one starts up. So this is a brand that I haven't seen before. I haven't seen it before on anybody else's channel. So I have no idea. What is it? My thoughts are, how is it going to deal with local user account? And is there going to be a bunch of junkware on it or not? I don't remember if I even know if it's Windows 11 Home or Pro. Okay. It's a USB Type-C power. And here's the power button. Once it gets far enough along for me to connect it to my capture card, I will.
The manner said came with 24H2.
Let's see. I got to go see that. Came with 24H2. So I guess he's speculating that it has 24H2. No, it's not. No way. No way. That's why he's got a laugh. That's why he's got a laughing emoji there. Yeah, it took a minute to register. No, that's just out. I don't think it's going to be that.
LJ said, what size is the screen?
Oh, you know what? I need to give you a link for that, don't I? Let's go. Let's see. No, I'll let you continue watching that until I get the Amazon page up. I think I showed this. Yeah, I did show this yesterday. And let's show this bit. Order placed on October 7th, delivered October 9th, yesterday. Zen Arrow AeonBook, A-E-I-O-U book. 15.6 inch laptop, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabyte NVMe. And this is similarly equipped to the Ace Magic laptop that I had used for a week or two before repurposing that to my client. That one that I had for a week or two, that was intended to be mine. But we ordered the same laptop for a client and it just never came. So I gave them the one that was supposed to be for me. And now I've ordered this one. And and I figured, because this is the closest one that I found with a similar price. Now at $275.86, that's after tax. I'm going to look, it's $249.99 was the actual price. I can't show you that because that page, because it has my address. Now let's get a link into chat for you all. Come up here to this arrow, copy link, and then come to chat. Oh, let's do one other thing here first. So let's take AeonBook.
John Williams said I would not have any items under the laptop that may cover the vent holes or air intake.
Oh yeah, I've got that soft thing under there right now, don't I? I will fix that presently. Okay, then I'll go over to chat and I'm going to do Windows key V because I have clipboard history turned on. So I'll choose the Aeon 15.6 laptop. I'll do Windows key V again and paste the link. If you don't know about Windows key V, to turn on clipboard history, just press Windows key V and it'll ask you if you want to turn that on. Okay, so then let's get to here. At this point, can I get my capture device working? Let's try that. There's an HDMI port on this side, but I don't have the cable set up to go that over to this part of the table. That's something I ought to do. It's here in a clip. I'm looking around on the floor for this, and I've got it clipped in a convenient location. Yeah, I saw a little redraw there, which tells me that it is coming up. And that would be Capture 2. Yep, there it is. There it is. And I'll get me a wireless keyboard and mouse. Right there. And this way I'll be able to work with it while facing the camera. Turn the keyboard on, turn the mouse on. Got a Type A USB port on the right side and an Ethernet, actually integrated Ethernet. And a sound port, Kensington lock, and a micro SD card slot. 2 USB Type 3s on the left, and two USB-Cs on the left, and an HDMI port. I think this has more ports than that Ace Magic laptop did. Then let's get over here and see how this is going to handle local user account and then how much junkware is on it. Do you think I'm going to remember the command if I have to type it? You can put a yes or no in chat if you think I'm going to remember it. I'm not totally certain. Second keyboard layout, if we need it. Intermute says yes, he's got faith in me. Accept the license agreement. There it is, local account right off the bat. Let's see, it was NRO, something got something to do with NR. Shift
John Williams
F10.
said yes.
And thank you, John. I'm trying to think of it. Something NRO, bypass NRO. So it was, and there's a slash to get to the right folder. Bypass and something like that.
ZV Manor said Uba.
OOBE, Uba, Uga Chaka, Ubi, Uga Chaka. OOBE / bypass NRO. I might have eventually come up with it when I'm talking on camera. I think of it as on stage. When I'm on stage, a lot of times it just doesn't come to me. Out of box experience is what OOBE stands for. Steve McCure points that out. Thank you. Okay, so let's get back to this guy and we'll call it user Doug. I'm going to call it Doug. It. Really? I'm going to refer to it as an it. And then I'll put no password at this point. Now, I will be adding Microsoft account to that. I use Microsoft account on all my devices. It's amazingly convenient and helpful when you use so many different computers and want all the same features on each of them. So let's see, I'm going to turn off, no, let's laptop. I'm going to leave find my device. I'm going to turn off diagnostic. I'm going to turn off inking and typing. The rest of those I'll leave. And then accept Amundo. Now, we're still wanting to know how much clutterware is on here. And then we'll go into MS Info, we'll go into Device Manager, and we'll look at WinVer to see what version we have. That sounds like a good time for an ad break, don't it? Just waiting. Is Ken Stout here? I gotta let's see, which one do I want to do these? I got a few new things in here.
Ribbik shoe. Ribbik.
Okay. Taking a few minutes. All right, what am I going to do? What am I going to do while that's taking so long? I guess I should keep that on screen though, don't I? Yeah, we kind of want that. All right. Get along, little doggy, get along. Stage fright. No, it's not stage fright, Wintermute asks. That causes me to not think of the right thing. It's when you got your mind, and there's a book called Fast Thinking and Slow Thinking, Fast and Slow Thinking, something like that, that really does a good job of explaining it. But when you got your focus on something significant, substantial, like doing a show, other things that you know really
Manor
well
said
just
using
don't
Metod to
come.
connect to domain is still enabled.
Let's see, I got to go back and read what he said there because I didn't quite register. Why is this not scrolling right? There we go. Using method to connect to domain is still enabled. Is that a statement or a question? When I log in when I connect my Microsoft account to it, I'm not logging into a domain. I'm connecting to a Microsoft account. A domain, like as in a domain server, I don't really have that.
ZV Manor said to set local user.
To set local user. Using method to connect to domain is still enabled to set local user. Oh, when it comes to that point for putting a local user account, what if you want to do a Microsoft account, or what if you want to log into a domain? Now, the part about logging into domain, with Windows Pro versions, when you get to that point where it's asking you to put in your Microsoft account, there's a link for other options. I think it's called something like that, other options. And you can say that you're going to connect to a domain. When you choose connect to a domain, then you can put in a local username, because connecting to a domain, you first need to do a local user account. Then you can connect after you got Windows up and running, then you can connect to the domain. And that, you know what, actually I can show where that's done, I think. On one of these, if I come down here to the Windows button and choose System, you didn't see the pop-up menu. It appeared on a different monitor. Yeah, domain or work group. That's a link. I haven't gone to do this for a while. So yeah, okay. So then here, to use a wizard to join a domain, click network ID, and then part of the business network, click next. My company uses a network with a domain, click next, and you'll need the following. So up here, you're gonna give the domain name here that you're connecting to. So you can't do all that during the Windows initialization. I think that's what he was after. We'll do the Idaho thing later. Get this and this.
Manner said yes.
Yes, that is what he was referring to. Great. So now let's go check out some things. I'm using the wrong mouse, of course, because that's a thing. And I'm going to pop out this window projector view so I can see that laptop screen bigger the way you're seeing it. Then get the mouse for the laptop. Let's start with Windows key WinVer. We have Windows 11 Pro. It's 22H2. So that's 2 major versions behind, which is totally believable and commonplace. Then let's do Windows key R app wiz.cpl. And really not much junkware. WPS Office is there, and multi-keys function, which I don't recognize. Oh, look at that. Japanese lettering for the publisher name. So I'll be taking those away. I'm not going to uninstall those here and now because I want to move along. System information. Windows 11 Pro. Oh, let's see. I didn't do that with admin. We know we have to do it with admin in order to see the device encryption status. So Windows key CMD. What is that? What I wanted? No. MS info. That's that fast and slow thinking thing. I didn't want to go to command prompt. I'm going to go to system information as administrator. Answer yes. Now if I scroll down, we can see device encryption support. Failed for automatic device encryption. We've seen this several times on these mini computers and inexpensive laptops. And I think that's probably just a configuration setting. I am intending to do some experimenting with encryption because I want to engage with that with my own computers, because on my own computers, I have a lot of client sensitive data. I want to step up my game and start doing encryption on my own computer. So I'm going to be doing some experimenting with that on stream and keep you informed about that. Okay, what else we got here? 32, let's see, we got the name there, 16 gigabytes of memory. Wait a minute, I thought this had 12. Going back to look at the Amazon listing. Yeah, how about that? This said 12 gigabytes of RAM when I ordered it. And we've actually got 16 gigabytes of RAM. Bonus. Go figure. Was there anything else we've been looking at in here? I guess not. Let's go right click on the Windows button and then System. Intel N95 1.7 gigahertz. Now I've been telling you for a few days that my time with that Ace Magic laptop, which is was an N95 or N100, I'm not certain. It did everything that I needed really well. Just absolutely no difference between it and Big Beast or Baby Beast for doing those functions. But all I was doing on that was the web browser apps, my Gmail, my Log Me In Rescue for remote connections, Zoom. On Zoom, I found that camera did not do a very good auto exposure. So I'll be testing that on this computer. What else here? 24H2, we already said it was installed June 2024. So that's when they configured this image, I suppose, or put this image on this computer. I'm not sure if that date means when they put the image on this computer or when this image was created. What am I forgetting? Let's see if I can do baby. No, I think it's, isn't it Doug / no, hyphen BB baby, I think was the name of it. Should ask me for login credentials if I got that right. I didn't get it right. Of course, let's see, it's 9:31. I did not find a show for CareyHolzman, so there's no redirect set up. You know what? I'm kind of out of time now. Instead, we'll perhaps continue with this tomorrow. Yeah, let's call that a wrap. I'm looking back at my topics to see if there's anything else that I really wanted to get done today. No. So then I'm going to put a space in there so that I can finish up my updates to that index. Go take a quick look at chat, see if there's something I need. 11 gigabytes it says is usable. Really? Did it? Did it say 11 gigabytes usable? That would be weird. Available virtual memory. No. Available physical memory. Total physical memory. Installed physical memory. Those are strange numbers.
John Williams said, "Thanks, Doc."
Yeah, you're welcome, John. We'll look at that more closely in future days. 384 Canadian. 384 Canadian. Yeah, these N95s are basically Celeron CPUs. I don't know if that's technically accurate to call them Celeron. I think it is. I think I read somewhere that N95, N100s, those are part of the Celeron family. But for most people, they're going to do good enough. She says it was on the System About menu.
Zivi Manor said memory for GPU.
Oh, yes, that's perhaps graphics, memory reserved for graphics. That might be what it was. Let's see, installed RAM, 11.7 usable. Yeah, that would indicate the rest of that memory is reserved for graphics, which seems like a higher amount reserved for graphics than you would normally find, but I haven't paid a lot of attention to that. So, I don't know, I only work here. Okay. That'll do it. Here's my email address if you'd like to send a question by email, if I remember where that button is. And before I say what day it is, I'll think of Thursday. I almost said Wednesday. Have a good Thursday, everybody. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.
That's all, folks.